wants a comedian that, like, you know, they're intimidated by, or, you know what I'm saying, or, like, you know, they want their comedians to be goofy and just funny, and that's about it. I think
this is not up for debate.
Like, take it to the next level, and, like, it just wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think so? I think
because he had like a little push. He was in movies here and there, and shit.
I think that's what it was.
He had a couple movies that were like funny and like had like a little laugh.
Trying to become a star. Like,
I think he had that push. Every now and then they give a comedian a push.
I feel like he had his moment.
Yeah, he had his push.
Yeah,
and
he didn't capitalize.
It didn't work. Yeah, it just didn't work. Like, people didn't take to him the way that Comedy Central and the people execs, like, they thought he had the look, he had the, you know, it was like, oh, people were vibing with him. They gave him a push. It didn't work out. I thought that was his issue. I thought it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I just never thought he was that funny. I thought he was funny for his audience, and that was it. Like,
because you had, like, if you look at, like, the black comedians, like, I don't think they were, like, goofy-looking dudes. Like, I mean, Eddie.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they wore, like, crazy, like, wild
us now,
shit, but that was the 90s.
No, I'm just saying, he just wasn't very, like, eclectic. Like, look at the cast of SNL right now. You know what I'm saying? You look at Keenan, you look at Pete Davidson.
No, I agree.
And then you have fucking Kate McKinnon, you know, say who's a weird looking white. Like, she's not ugly. She's
weird.
She's a star.
No, I'm saying she's not. You know, she's not
quote unquote beautiful.
No, I mean, she's not ugly, but she doesn't. But she's not
the standard. Though.
Yeah, like of how like a female like movie,
actress
should actually. And plus, she's like gay too. Like,
the quote
so,
unquote
like,
standard.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying her being gay is the reason why, you know, she's not, you know, bigger.
No, because
I do believe she will become a bigger star. I don't even think
that's an issue. That she's gay.
That she's gay.
I'm just saying, like, look at the arc.
Because I didn't even think about. I didn't even know she was until like a year ago. Like, I don't even think about that.
No, I'm not trying to say her being gay. I'm just saying she's not the regular like star. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a comedian. Like, that's it. I bundled her with the rest of SNL. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this one standout, good-looking person who's going to come out like, yo, he's going to be a star one day. You know what I'm saying? There's just a bunch of comedians together.
I mean, there's some truth. I feel like when we think about the top comedians, there's some truth to that. There's some, like, goofy aspect to, some clunkiness to them. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that, like, even if you look at the earlier Chris Rock, maybe not now, like, he's together, but Chris Rock looked like a crackhead earlier.
His teeth were messed up.
Yeah, his teeth was messed up. He was super scrawny. But, you know, it was like the mid-'90s. Once he started doing the stand-ups, he was hitting. Martin had the ears. He was a little sloppy back in, like, Def Comedy Jam. Right. But, like, there's some sloppiness to us. Like, clunkiness. I wouldn't keep saying sloppiness. I think you was a character. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there was other ways you could make jokes. I guess there's some truth to that.
I guess, Tony, I feel like you know a lot, like, when it comes to comedy, like, that's, like, your, like, realm and shit. But, like, can you be, like, an attractive comedian? Like, can you be that vain in a sense and still be a comedian? I feel like it doesn't work.
I think you can, though.
It's subjective, and yeah, you can.
And you can use it to your
advantage. Eddie sold that. Eddie was, like, some of his jokes was just like how he was banging mad girls every night.
Well, here's
you know,
yeah, like, but Eddie had a coolness to him, though.
That's what it was. I'm saying, like, for a black
comedian,
for black comedians, some of that is a part of it. It's like, yo, it's like, I'm a shit on you. Like, Martin's height, it was like, yo, he was just super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you felt like, yo, that's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you got to have that so you could attract both audiences. You know, whether it's just the black community, the males, you know, exclusively, and then to attract, like, white female, and then, you know, because I don't think you're going to get the white males being that cool, but I think the white females always had this, you know, I'm only speaking for, like, the black comedians at this point, but they always felt like, yo, that's a cool black dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something hidden behind that. So they were hitting.
I think it goes a little bit deeper. Like, you know, there's a reason why I think there's not too many, like, good looking people that's funny. Because, like, when you're ugly or you're not, like, you know, or dime or something like that, you need something to overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? One thing a lot of people do, especially for comedians, they're just funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know what I'm saying, when you're fair looking, you know what I'm saying, you look better than everybody else. You don't have to be as funny to get acceptance or to get people to like you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're still not going to be funny, but I'm just saying, like, it'll come off more genuine. It'll come off better if you're hit.
Yeah, but I don't think Tiffany Haddish is hit.
She's just older, and then, like, she's just older.
I also think she's more goofy than funny, and that's the problem. She can't tell a joke to me.
Yeah, she just has that one. She just has like that one lane,
she's
that
like one-dimensional.
Yeah, well, she's very one-dimensional.
Is Tiffany still, just for my clarification, is she still repping that she's like a stand-up comedian though? Like, is she still
100%?
Like,
she's coming out with a special. She has a special coming out on Netflix.
Yo, 2018 is different, man.
So what is our?
The funny thing, she was trying to tell a joke, and she was trying to tell it to Bill Simmons, and it bombed. And then she tried to, it bombed, she went with this. So she asked him, she was like, "Let me ask you a question." She was like, "I'm working on this new joke," and he was like, "Yeah, go." She was like, "What if you come home and your wife is looking at like male on male porn?" And he was like, "Okay," like. She was like, "What would you do?" And he was like, "Well, we've been together for so long." I'd be like, "Yo, like, what are you getting at?" And then she didn't have no follow up to it. It was no snap to it. And she was like, "You wouldn't be like, oh, you trying to do this to me?" Like, she didn't even go with the pagan thing.
Like, she has like.
It was like a knock joke that just wasn't complete.
She's like gotcha commenting, like, "Oh my god, what you said that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? That's her brand. Like, "Oh my god, you
it's
said
the more that." Like it's always sexualized with her.
Because
one thing.
Because I think Amy Schumer falls in that same category. So like
same thing with her too.
It's always like, yo, I'm gonna just say
the same way.
Yeah, over sexualized.
I'm gonna just say what everybody else won't say. You know what I'm saying? And that's their brand of comedy.
You know what I'm saying? That's not even a funny joke. It has to be to make things funny. It has to be some. Truth to it. Very small truth to it. Maybe even a large truth that you're exposing. You know, and she didn't get to that in that joke. And any other joke.
Oh, no,
like she'll say she'll heck your fans or couples. She'll see them in the front and then like this was actually funny and I can see why it works. And she'll be like, "Do you love him or do you love her?" And then they'll be like, "Yeah, whatever." He's like, "Yo, kiss him." And then they'll like kiss and then she'll be like, now grab her titty. And if the girl be like let you do it. Yeah, she love you. And she had, like, a line for that. Like, "Oh, y'all freaky. And then if they don't, then she'd be like, "Oh, she don't love you like that, though." You know what I'm saying? Like, there was some kind of follow-up. Like, that's a good comedian because they're ready for both scenarios. They already know, like, if it don't go this way, I could go that way. So either way, there's a funny outcome. And most comedians know that. So she does know, like, some comedian shit. But at the same time,
but not enough to be fucking.
She's still in an award. She's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not closing the book on her.
SNL every week.
Yeah, she knows that. Did anybody look at her special that she did for? I think it was 2 years ago. Did she?
It was
ready?
like some shit on Showtime, right?
Yeah. Did anybody look at it?
Yeah.
No.
It was doo-doo, right?
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was bad. it was like two funny moments in there, and the rest of it her trying to sell her pussy.
It was watching me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Did you ever watch Nick Cannon's though?
No.
Nick Cannon's is funny.
No.
You roll your eyes. Watch Nick Cannon shit on Showtime. I guarantee you will laugh your ass off. I guarantee you. I promise you that.
Nick Cannon's been funny for a long time though.
I still got.
I don't know. I can't confirm that, but I know his. I know his one. The one where he's wearing all black and he tells his great joke at the end about Mariah Carey and like, him being a black. It's good. I ain't gonna give away the joke, but you got that's homework. Go check out that. Check it out. Like this. What's the worst? You can not like it.
Well, I still got
but it's funny.
I still got the Chris Rock shit to polish off. I still got a couple of Dave Chappelle specials to polish off. Comedy just hasn't grasped my attention. And with Tiffany's old shit, I don't like this is like what, a year and a half, 2 years ago. That shit.
Yeah, it was like two. It was like it wasn't last year. It was
that was like 2 years.
One thing I don't like doing, I don't like watching earlier stand-ups of comedians as they're coming up. Like, I don't...
Before they get...
I watch them.
Yeah, I don't watch them.
I watch them. I had to do some research.
But you mean before they've blown up?
Yeah,
they'll do like the 30-minute, like the
30, 45-minute Johns. Like, I don't watch any of those.
I watch
them. Build up them jokes.
Yeah.
HBO has like them on back catalog, and you watch the 30-minute specials from like the 80s. This shit's crazy. Like, they have Steve Harvey, Bill Burr, a lot of people. This shit's kind of funny. Speaking of comedian, our boy, William Shabazz. I don't have none. You guys trying to like make noise.
Damn.
Play the music.
Hold on. Can I play the music while I have? Because I have Brandon on the phone.
Yeah, play that shit.
Can we play music?
Yeah, you can play music while he's on the phone.
All right, hold on. Let me find this shit. Y'all can talk.
Well,
fuck Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby has been sentenced. What was it? Wednesday?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Bye.
That was the same day. That was the
3
same
to
day
10
Karen.
I thought more.
Karen DM'd me to stunt on me. I just want y'all to know.
That was the same day then.
Oh, wow. I didn't know I could do this with my phone. That's as loud as it's gonna be.
It sounds mad low. Y'all get the point.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Ding dong.
Guess who's not coming to the cookout this year? That's right, you motherfucker.
No more Hillman homecoming for you, buddy. Doesn't it feel like the Game of Thrones episode, The Purple Wedding, when Joffrey died?
It's been a long time coming. Yo, on some serious shit though, yeah, fuck that man.
But for real,
Fuck that man.
For real, on some real shit though.
On some real nigga shit. On my kids,
nigga.
On my kids.
On the set, nigga. It's on site for that nigga though.
I mean,
and I just have to say, if you feel sorry for Bill Cosby, you need
grow up.
Seek help.
Grow up. Read a book. Like, you know, like there's no better way to make yourself look stupid than to just sit there and say, "Oh, fuck that Bill Cosby." Nah, man, you look and sound stupid. The nigga had to go.
Listen, if you feel bad for that man, just know that when you fucking he was shitting on you
for
the things that you believed in.
For some reason, my phone skips.
like how do a live call skip?
No, it doesn't. No, I think because I'm using like the little adapter thingy. Like it does that when I play.
Why didn't you leave mine in? It was the same one.
Because I forgot my thing does this. Pause.
So why, like, you went out there and switched the adapter for no extra reason?
No, because I thought don't do this.
It did not make sense. What was you saying, Brandon?
Go ahead.
The moment's gone.
Yeah. No, you saying to everybody who's going to defend Bill Cosby?
No. I was saying to anybody that is ready to defend him, especially like in our age group, just remember that when you were an adolescent and when you were in your early 20s and you were into the shit that you were into, Bill Cosby was shitting all over that. Yes. Everything that you were about, he didn't fuck with it. So fuck him.
And that's what I try to explain to people. Like they try to go with that lane. Was like, yo, he's done so much for our community and things like that, and he was charitable and all this. I was like, yo, there's a lot of people that do good things and you know, for people and still are do bad things behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
very possible.
Yeah, it's like they could do two things. They're just not 100% bad. I'm not saying what Bill didn't do.
Nino Brown gave out turkeys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Is he gonna fight for him too?
Right?
I don't know, man. People out here wilding, but I know we've had this discussion months before this shit.
You know what's so weird? Like, and this goes, and I didn't see this interview, but J. Cole was speaking on this as far as like cancel culture. Like, we're ready to cancel our own people on the drop of a dime over bullshit. But we're sitting there ready to ride out for Bill Cosby for decades of fucking sexual abuse. Yo, we gotta do something about this energy. This energy isn't right now.
Yeah,
motherfuckers got their priorities, and
we're fighting each other over this. Like, we're calling each other out, saying, "Yo, it's race hating," and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, that's our problem. It's always us just tearing each other down. I was like, yo, this has nothing to do with race. Let's not put race before the crime.
No.
We get it. No. He helped you. He helped you many a nights go to sleep when you was watching him on Nick and Night. We get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, hold on. Listen. You know, I'm gonna add to fucking tearing him down, I guess. But was he really that pivotal in any of our fucking lives growing up? Like, was the Cosby Show really that show for you? Like, I know we put it in this high regard. It was for you.
So, like, I can't.
I mean,
I think it was.
Yes, for the culture, because you were
important.
All right, I guess
representing.
It helped give people a different idea of black people.
Right.
Like, black people can be successful. But that goes to my point about what Trick Daddy said about how unrealistic that show was. You mean to tell me we got two successful as black people together? They don't go through any type of prejudice, no type of fucking profiling, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not to get off.
Living in Brooklyn.
Yeah, living in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody just gets along and happy.
I mean,
listen, I'm gonna say this: the Golden Girls dealt with more social fucking issues than the Cosby Show did.
They dealt with
Roseanne did too. If we're
exactly. So
it was other shows that dealt with real issues.
Shows that were on.
That was the point of a different. That was the point of a different world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There were back then there was
world, really just trumped Cosby Show for me, to be honest.
It's just different world was real life. Like, this is what black people's actually going to, not like the shit that's going on in La La Land over on the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. Fuck that nigga. Moving on.
Yeah, everybody's got to grow up. Just say
it
back to yourself. Like, you're defending a man who, like, allegedly.
And they think they're hitting on something, but they got it. We better keep this same energy for these other folks.
We are, though.
Yeah, Harvey could suck a dick, too.
Exactly.
Harvey,
Kavanaugh.
They're all going down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what's his name on CBS?
This is not the ship to be on. This is not the ship to stay on.
What did you say about, like, black people following Bill Cosby?
It's like the same people who want to go out of their way to defend Bill Cosby and his actions, it's no different from the same people who go out of their way to defend Donald Trump and his actions. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? When you really think about it,
the energy is the same.
It's the same energy. You're going out of the way to excuse the fact that he's done these things because you agree with some of the shit he has done.
Yeah.
Nah, the nigga's a criminal and he's a pervert. He's an
It's
old, nasty
weird.
pervert. And the best thing, I watched that loop of him walking out the courtroom in cuffs like 100 times. I blew it up. I got these dual monitors at work. I was starting to leave it as my screensaver, but I was afraid I was going to get in trouble.
We should have the lady from the 7th just walking behind him going, shame! Shame! Ringing the bell. Shame!
So the first day he was in jail, they threw meatloaf at him. No,
they threw like a stale hot dog
They
at
threw
him.
stale hot dog bread at him, and he fell down the steps.
Aww.
Some nigga threw his dinner.
Damn.
Like, that stale hot dog bread was somebody's dinner. They said, a nigga didn't eat that night, but he didn't eat for a strong cause.
So the fact
Like, he
that
believed in something that day. I'm not going to eat, but I believe in something, dude. Fuck you, Bill.
all these years he's telling us to pull our pants up, now his pants is sagging, and they pushed him down the stairs.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, if I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner, I'm calling up Bill Cosby, but like, listen, that's the dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life. No wonder why you always get D's.
Yeah, keep that same energy, Bill. Bill, talk that shit when you behind there and you about to convert.
By that time you went by me that Gordon Control,
Yo, and then my man OJ is out here having some
Yo,
words of wisdom.
The
That's the
fact that
craziest shit I've
OJ
seen
spoke
all
up on it.
Words of wisdom.
like we live in a crazy time with Bill Cosby. I mean, when OJ Simpson got to give you prison advice.
Yo, OJ's on that ill new fucking 2018 rebrand.
Yo, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something real quick. Don't hang up, all right?
All right.
No. Put it back on.
What are you doing? Answer? Go ahead.
Yes. Put it. Hello.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Yeah. What do you need?
Listen. When you come, would you bring somebody with you? Not mommy. I don't think she should come. Bring somebody with you, like another body that can help. Okay.
This sounds like a murder. Oh, Robin, you're on the air, by the way. I'm recording my show.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, we're on the air. You're being recorded as we speak.
Why?
Because it's funny.
Okay, Paul, listen.
Yeah.
Take me off the air and handle what I'm trying to tell you, okay?
All right.
'Cause I need you to
All right, I'm gonna
listen.
take you off the air
I
right
need you to
now.
listen to me and not play it. Not play on the phone.
Okay.
I need you to. When you come on Monday.
Okay.
When you come on Monday.
All right.
Bring another person who can help you. Another able person, and also please empty out your truck, please.
Okay, we're gonna handle this.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna get off the air now because I don't want to be on the damn air. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, the feds definitely listen. All right, Robin.
Okay, bye.
Okay, that was my sister Robin. I just thought that was
I don't understand why you did
I
that.
thought that would be funny. You didn't think that was funny?
And he hung up on.
I hang up on people all the time.
He just hung up on
Yo,
Brandon.
that sound wild suspect. You said clear the truck, bring an able body.
We got this work to do. Bill is dying tonight.
Damn, I should have told her you was here.
I was thinking
She said
that,
able
but I
body.
was like, I'm just
what
not
else?
gonna
What
say
other body
anything.
would you bring?
Yeah, it would have like I would have told her you was here, but it would have been too much explain. I would have had to use your real name, and
Then
it was
she
like,
would have been like, "Who's that?" Yeah.
it would have been too much. Then the joke would have went out the window.
Yeah, and then she been asking me like, "Yo, why haven't I seen you?"
She said, "Don't play."
She would have got really awkward.
She said, "Don't play on my phone."
Stop playing on my motherfucking phone.
Oh shit! I think I hung up on.
I told
Brandon.
you hung on
did.
Brandon.
Oh
I said
damn!
that.
I'm calling back.
He was probably like, "I held."
He's probably just sitting there.
He probably went to sleep.
Nah, yeah.
Knowing Brandon.
Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry, I hung up on
This
you.
is not a debate.
Nah, my sister called. I just thought it would be funny that I pick up the phone call in the middle of the recording, and she did not disappoint.
All right, Dennis. All right, cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, Bill, I said Bill. Brandon.
What?
Brandon, final thoughts on Bill.
I hope that motherfucker chokes on a razor in his pudding.
Wow.
Oh damn!
No.
No,
That's
nah,
extreme.
we
I'll
can't
take
wish
that
death on
back.
him.
You can't fiddle.
I want him to suffer for at least
Yeah, there's no way
at least 3 more weeks.
No, he's definitely gonna catch a
Nah,
$150. He's
I'ma
definitely catching a $150
I'm
while
gonna
he's
keep
in
it
there. I'm
honest.
calling that now.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. And I know this is fucked up, but I want him to spend his Christmas behind bars.
I want him to spend Christmas in the hole.
No.
Yo, nothing tickles me more than Cosby. Nothing keeps me safe at night. My wife and my kids. Knowing that Bill is that this
got
predator
that filth off the street.
got this fucking dirtbag off the street, off the mean streets of Philly, yo. Yo, Philly, you can sleep well tonight. Knowing that this guy is behind bars.
Like, could you imagine if, like, Camille came through, like, you know what I'm saying, like, Henry Hill's wife and shit, bringing him, like, just drugs to, like, smuggle in and shit? Like, here, take this shit.
Yeah, like Sons of Anarchy. He's, like, running it. Like,
Isn't she,
Otto.
like, leaving him?
You said, well, Camille?
Yeah.
Well, she definitely
Probably
did not
money
stand by
issue.
them.
Yeah, just to secure some money because he about to get them civil trials.
Yeah.
Yeah, he about to be broke. So she probably,
Listen.
she probably break up on paper. Like, I think she really loved that nigga. It happens. And that was another argument that my friend wanted to go down. I hate when people started bringing their background. You know what I'm saying? They have professional background. So he was like, I work in the courts and people lie all the time. And I was like, well, I work in mental health. And because he was trying to say her behaviors just doesn't, why would you do this? Because they think from like a criminal mind. And they don't think like, well, there's women that get beat and they go back home.
Yeah.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
if you understand how
you think from a mental health issue, like that makes complete sense that she was trying to rationalize this action
and
with
she's
this
like,
man.
I love this man, but he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Why does he
Like,
do
he
these
do- he-
things?
he does
I'm
this
going
to
to
them,
try
but
to
he
stand
still loves
behind
me.
him, but he's still fucking whacked out.
Yeah, and this is the guy that helped me get through school. Like Bill, he always attacked. So people always like, why he didn't attack the people on the Cosbys? Like, they have just as much power. There's a lot of shit that they could have done that could have fucked him up back then. He always attacked
He picked
people.
the right people.
Yeah, people that he was trying to help financially
Vulnerable,
or
yeah.
through school and
Hey.
stuff like that. A lot of them was from Temple. And if you look at these victims, it was a pattern. They were young upcoming actresses that they weren't even on yet.
Yeah.
So, like, he had, and it was a power issue. And if you look at it from a mental health issue, and I had to tell my friend, I was like, and he didn't write back. I was like, you probably noticed this on your case, especially when it's doing about sexual assault and, rape and a lot of, like, child shit. You'll notice that there's always a psychiatrist or a psychologist that's involved in these criminal cases because there's a lot of psyche shit that goes into these, these victims. They're fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't rationalize the right shit after a while. So, and he ain't like respond because he probably knows that's fucking true. So don't bring up like, that logical shit. Like, everything's not logical.
No.
It's like,
Listen,
well,
there's a
if that
reason
happened to
why-
me, but it didn't. So you don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
it
it-
probably wouldn't happen to you because you're a sane person who
Able
would probably
man. You're able-bodied.
able-bodied man that would have ran and told. But
And not everybody tells.
But predators pick people that
Yeah.
are.
You just said it. You hit it right in the head. He's a fucking predator. He can't control it, and he preys on the weak.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
Right.
he
They-
didn't
he
fucking go
prey
after
on
money
anybody
and
people.
else.
power to control her.
That's just like
Of less power.
That's
that
my
they
kid
can
from my
control.
school. That's what I'm saying. Like, I joke about it, but that's why I was like, you have these sugar daddies and shit like that. I was like, oh, that's gonna be my third phase of my life when I become a sugar daddy and help put college girls through school. It's like when you paying for stuff, it's like, well, I feel like like I know this happened, but I'm gonna let it happen because he's helping me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people were in a position where they really couldn't help themselves. They had no choice.
Yeah,
And if they went home and say just same thing with what's the homeboy name that was locked up from Penn State?
Oh, you
White
talking about
guy.
Jerry
Sandusky?
Sandusky?
Sandusky, same thing. He was picking on little boys and shit like that. And a lot of boys would go home and they'd be like, oh, you're just saying that because they want their kids to get scholarships. It's like, it's Penn State. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, same thing with Michael Jackson. And I believe Michael Jackson.
I was just watching that shit, that movie
But
too on
a lot
HBO
of shit-
Paternal. That's pretty
Yeah, I watched Paternal. But, like, they were turning a third eye to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, that Penn State program, it brought in a lot of money for that entire community.
Exactly. He
That's
had
just
more
why,
power
like,
than the fucking
yeah, that's why
military.
everybody was on board, including the cops. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He was providing for that entire community.
Can we
But that's-
not put Michael Jackson in the same category as those?
I'm just saying in
Well,
general.
Nah,
No,
he got-
listen. As a Michael
I'm a super
Jackson
Michael
fan,
Jackson fan.
Well, he
as
fought
a Michael
and won.
Jackson
Like,
fan,
I can't.
listen. As a Michael
sorry.
Jackson fan, I think you have to put him into that conversation because there were so many allegations. Whether it was real or not, we don't know. But there's a possibility that Michael Jackson was a fucking predator too.
There's definitely a possibility, but
It's
he
a
actually,
possibility.
he actually fought as like, listen,
I
I'm
feel
fighting
like
this
that
thing, and he
is-
won, so
I
he
feel
got
like
my
Michael
respect
Jackson
there.
is a different situation.
Yeah, he won. He fought.
It
There's some
probably was.
psychological issues.
There are
With him
psychological
and the
issues
kids.
there. Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah, but who's
I
to
was
say
just having
there's
this
not
conversation the
psychological
other
issues
day. I
with
really
with
don't I don't know. I don't want to get into
obviously
that.
there's psychological issues with Bill too.
But it's
we'll talk about
different...
Bill. We'll leave it to Bill. We'll talk about Mike another day. We'll break it down because I think I
have a lot to say about that.
I go back to my research, but I always believe I be defending Mike all the time, and people be shitting on me. But those was one of those people that where I haven't separated the art from what could happen. But with Bill, I separated the art from the person a long time ago, and I separated the race from the crime too. So a lot of you niggas need to grow up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys look stupid. Like real. I had like a few cousins go on Instagram. One of my cousins, he's like 19 or 20 or something. He was like, what question did he ask? He did one of those stupid ass, question things, and you choose which one you want. And he asked which one is worse, Bill Cosby or Donald Trump. And I said, oh, Bill Cosby, by a mile. He was like, oh, I said, dude, yes. And I had another cousin who went up there, and like he actually like filmed himself. He's like, yo, fuck all these Me Too bitches. What they did to Bill Cosby was fucked up. That's when I had to interject, like, nah, bro, nah. He's like my age, like give or take a year. You know what I'm saying? So I just go like, nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't one big conspiracy. They've been after this guy for decades. You know what I'm saying? The thing is with Bill Cosby, people underestimate just how big Bill Cosby is, how big he is. And for how long he's been big. You know what I'm saying? He was a huge movie star back in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? They didn't have social media back then. So it's going to be, your word against his. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think they're going to believe at that time? Bill Cosby. They're going to believe Bill Cosby.
Yeah, they're going to believe him, the star, the established person, yeah.
Yep.
He was making a lot of money for a lot of people back then. So it was a lot of, once you got the machine behind you, and that's what happens. They get you when you're at your weakest state. It happened with Jerry Sandusky. It happened with Michael Jackson. It happened with Harvey Weinstein. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you start losing power in the industry that you were really making money for a lot of people, they're not going to help protect you. So anything can happen. So that's why you see a lot of allegations come out now, because these people have no power. And I think that's the reason why people say, yo, you got to keep the same energy. It's like Donald Trump has done a lot of shit, and he probably needs to go to jail too. But right now he has a lot of power. And there's a lot of shit around him that is not going to, they're not going to allow that to happen to him right now because it's the collateral damage.
He's a fucking president.
Yeah, well, that too. And there's a lot of collateral damage from that shit. Like, even impeaching him, like, do we really want Pence to run the country? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Prince is, I said
Prince. No, I would love Prince to run the country.
Either him or was the Ryan guy, the speaker?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you want either one of those? I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
I think I would take Ryan over.
I would take Ryan over.
I think a lot of people would take Paul Ryan, and he's a fucking psycho too. He is. But like, Pence
I don't
is
trust
out of his
person,
mind.
But he seems like the most sanest of the three.
He's not
I just like to say that whoever said "fuck those Me Too bitches," I'm offended.
Yeah, that's my cousin from Hawaii. So he doesn't know. But shout out to him.
I'm just really thinking about the fact that somebody came out.
But a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah,
that's the sad part. A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, because people they don't like to do their research because they're lazy. I'm not trying to.
And this happened way before Me Too.
Right.
Bill wasn't a part of the Me Too.
No.
He's not a real. He's not a.
That wasn't a Me Too situation.
People forget
necessarily.
People forget the time, the chain of events that happened. Like Bill Cosby did what he did, and then what set the whole shit in motion was Hannibal Buress, a black dude stand up.
Yeah, he brought it back
up. Pretty much
up.
talking about he was speaking industry shit, like shit people in the industry would know. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo. He's like, oh, Bill Cosby, you mad at me because my pants are down? Nigga, you rape women. You know what I'm saying? He said, yo, Google that right now. You'll find more results on Bill Cosby and rape than you would on Hannibal Buress.
Google it.
That
was like 2014.
Yeah, that was like 2014. And it was caught by like some dude who was in the back of the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was intense. You know what I'm saying? Obviously.
But Larry Whitmore has been saying that for years.
Yeah.
He's had allegations since like the 80s. And it's paperwork on it. And that's just
this ain't new. This isn't some
it's not new. It's not like we're just all of a sudden we're trying to take down the black man.
You know what I'm saying? That just goes to
fuck him.
Yeah, that just goes to show you about yourself. That's what I'm saying. If you're willing to run with any narrative, the whole buying NBC narrative, just show how brainless you are. People will run with anything because it's just the easy thing to do instead of doing their research. You know what I'm saying? But what do we know? You know what I'm saying? We just have a podcast here.
We don't know shit. We don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know much of nothing.
So today, Brett Kavanaugh, I guess he is going to get, he's going to go through his confirmation. He's another dude that has some weird allegations. 3 victims came out, but one was brought up to the hill.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a trial. It's just like, she came there, gave a testimony. But it's some weird shit because they're not going to investigate it. And I think that's the weird part. Because what they did today was just question a woman. So it's just like a flex of power between the two houses. And they look stupid. I mean,
they look... Dude, watching this whole thing play out, like I said it to you guys earlier in the chat, like, I feel fucked up for female. Like, this shit is crazy what's happening right now. And the way this shit's being played out on this fucking, like, world fucking stage is, like...
yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's fucking, like, it's like, where do we go next? Like, are we heading towards The Handmaid's Tale, or are we heading to some other crazy shit?
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
perfectly ready for what happens, like... I don't know.
Well, it don't affect you if it's the Handmaid's Tale.
I don't know. That's just my character. That's just my character. I'm saying not this, like, damn, that was a bad time to say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they round you up like cattle. They make you live in a mountain or something.
No, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about women. I thought it was just bad, not just for women. I thought it was bad for a lot more people, too.
That's what I'm saying. In general, it's just bad how we just proceeded in this whole situation, like how we handled it as a country. Like, this is on a front, like, we're talking about a guy who's going to sit on a bench for the rest of his life.
The only way he loses that job is he either walks away
or
dies.
Yeah.
Or he dies.
So hold on, wait. So if he gets on this, so like he can't commit a crime and get kicked off, or
No,
he's untouchable.
Nigga,
Paul.
where have you been?
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm sorry, I didn't.
So court justices are the most powerful people.
So pretty much, he's going to be a made guy.
Yes.
This is worse than a made guy. Because now he's helped shape law.
Is fighting literally. This dude is fighting for his, like, privileged future right now.
Yeah.
That is what this is about.
So if he gets something, so if he murders a guy, then he's still not getting kicked off.
I mean, obviously he would.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, all right. This is.
Yeah,
I
but
just
I mean,
need
like,
to
are you
clear
gonna-
that.
I don't think he would make that mistake, though.
It might be tough to fucking prove it now. I'm starting to think if he were to commit a crime,
like, we're not even believing him.
It's gonna be like whatchamacallit. It's gonna be like Succession when he's gonna kill a guy and the whole shit gonna be cleaned up by morning.
That too. Or is this gonna be like Donald Trump, like what he said? Like he was caught on tape saying, "I'll grab women by the pussy." He's the president of America. He said he could shoot somebody on Fifth Ave,
and nobody would do anything.
Yeah, he said that.
So pretty much he gets he has pretty much a license to kill. I get it.
Cops.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of unknowns, and I think that's what's scaring people.
There you go, and that's pretty much it. And like he has these really strong opinions against women. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously he's going to probably help them overturn Roe versus Wade. That's going to be
crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Like, and they asked him a question too, and I remember watching it a couple weeks ago when he was doing his first confirmation hearings, and they said, "Do you know any laws that we have that pretty much tell what men can do with their bodies?" Yeah, and he was like, "None." And he was like, "So
because there aren't any."
Yeah, and he was like, "But we could make some for women." You know, and he just like sat there and he makes these faces, and they see the world finally seen it today. But he's made those faces last week too, 2 weeks ago. But he makes these faces where it's like, yo, this dude is the evil dude. You can see it in him, and he came out there firing in all blaze, like he was just going at him yesterday. You know, when he got up there, and
it was disgusting. Like it was truly fucking disgusting.
He's a nasty dude.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't vote for him just for that.
I didn't watch any of that footage. That's probably the reason why I'm so disconnected. I'm like, why is this nigga? Because I'm thinking he's on like trial.
That nigga's face was disgusting.
I thought he was on trial for something. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Paul,
what? I work all day. I'm sorry, I didn't.
So do I.
I didn't see it.
But you read Complex.
True.
But
if it was in Complex, he would have known everything about it.
Complex didn't have no articles.
If it was the Billboard 100,
they didn't have
all on it.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get it out. Get it all out now.
Fuck all you guys. Right. I do what I can do, damn it.
Now I feel like Kavanaugh on the stand right now. Like, what do you mean? Complex didn't make no list on Kavanaugh.
You're ruining my life.
They should. We should pass it on to
like
him.
The top 10 most like disgusting things you've ever said. No, I see that one.
I got to call out Complex. Why are they not covering this?
Right,
because Kid Cudi has nothing to do with this.
No, but man, see, their priorities are whack, yo.
I'm telling you, they put Kid Cudi first and then everything else.
And Kanye.
Yeah,
they love some Kanye over there. There was a graphic that was put out. Vox.com did it, and it was a graphic about like every time Dr. Ford and Kavanaugh was asked a question and did not answer. And, like, majority of his shit was just, like, he did not answer any of the questions that they asked him today.
No, he was stalling the entire fucking time.
And he just kept talking about, like, how he didn't have sex his whole high school. They was like, dude, we're not asking you
we're
about...
We're not asking you whether you had sex or not.
We asked him about sexual assault, which is totally different.
Exactly.
He's like, I was a virgin.
Okay, that's great. Like, congrats.
I wore
that you didn't have
belt.
sex until you were like 20-something, but that's not what we're discussing right now.
We laughed at you.
I wore a diaper till middle school.
he literally like he took moves out of Trump's playbook. Like the way he was responding, the way he was like going at people was like taken right out of fucking Trump's playbook. Like I think Trump sat this motherfucker down and was like, "Listen, nigga." Yo, he really was.
Denied.
Trump
this is your world.
He came up.
You'll get the job anyway. That's probably all Trump said to him. Listen, you're white. You'll get the job anyway.
So you think Trump hugged him like Logan?
Did you see the press conference that Trump had put on Wednesday night?
The UN shit?
Or Wednesday during the day, whatever. Like when they were like asking about it.
I seen him at the UN. I didn't see him.
Well, the UN. Did you get into that? How he got laughed at?
No, I didn't get. We didn't talk about it. Like how he got laughed at. Well,
that shit was a bit. That hurt my heart a little bit.
That hurt him too a lot because he doesn't like being laughed at, and it was funny because he like how they write the speeches for those guys. They put in like pause for they'll put in like parentheses applause because they expect like a certain applause after you say certain buzzwords, like everybody starts clapping. So that's why he paused, because he thought they were going to clap for him. And then his dumbass then keep going on with his speech. He was just like, I didn't expect that reaction. And they just started busting out laughing like, nigga, we don't believe you. You need more people.
You gotta send it to Sandman.
Yeah, wah, wah, wah. Somebody, they need a soundboard for the UN speech, man. Because if somebody just hit the gong when he's just like, like nah,
hit the gunshots,
hit the Kawhi Leonard laugh. I don't even know where you're sitting.
This country is funny. I just think it's all entertaining. I like looking at people be stupid.
I was going to say, don't just say it's entertaining, because that's not.
No, it's sad. I think a lot of it is sad.
It's a lot of emotions. You could be entertained. It could be sad. It could be scary.
Yeah,
we're living in an 80s fucking movie. We live in an 80s movie right now. At any time, some shit could pop off with any fucking country.
That is true, but that's the thing. I'm like, I don't know. I train myself to just be perfectly fine with whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? It might suck, but hey, what the fuck am I gonna do about it?
I'm a man, so it doesn't matter.
It's not that I'm a man. You make it seem like this is only gonna affect you. It's not gonna only affect you.
Paul, are you ready to live off the grid?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I live off the grid.
He already does.
I mean, I don't have cable. I stream everything.
All right. No social media. Having to like possibly kill a motherfucker.
Like pick up a newspaper, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you willing to do?
Yeah, because I'm just genuinely not afraid of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you show people that you're not afraid of them, like, they disengage. That's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm pretty sure I can last until I find the next motherfucker that don't give a fuck.
I was about to say,
there'll be a movable object versus unstoppable force.
But there's always a person. It's always a person that always gives a fuck less than you.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But that's highly.
So you gotta keep that same energy.
But those odds are low.
Nah, they're very high. Especially with these young kids.
I know what areas not to go to.
Exactly.
I gotta stay out of shit. I gotta stay out of South Side. I gotta stay out of Newburgh. Stay out of the entire Connecticut. I think I'll be fine.
These young kids don't give a fuck about nothing.
No, they really don't. Yeah, I'm like that'll probably be the one thing I'm afraid of, like young kids.
Yeah, they just don't give a fuck.
Yo, we sound bad.
They got time.
Like old people. Old people can see reason. They can see like
rationalize.
Yeah, you can rationalize with them. Like young kids, they just don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
it's like, you ready to die, motherfucker? Whoa.
Oh,
like, I could definitely see, like, in the near future, we're gonna have like a real life purge. You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
that's not even funny. Yo, that's not
You got all serious? No.
Cut that shit, nigga. Cut that shit.
We went down a dark road since like the beginning. We started off like going down. Well, after the Bill Cosby shit, it just like went south.
Yeah,
It's
getting very like.
Brandon, this week we had a whole bunch of trailers come out. Movie trailers. What are you feeling?
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. What came? I'm about to say what came out this week. I'm gonna be honest. Dark Phoenix looks trash.
I like the way it looks. I like it.
It looks just like it looks like X-Men 3, The Last Stand.
No. I'll say this. If it's rated R, I think it'll be good. Because I think that's the direction Fox is going to go. No, listen, you got to realize Fox. I think they're going to go the same direction like they went with Logan.
Well, they don't give a fuck about this movie.
No.
Marvel has it now. They don't care.
Hold on. So this is now. This is an official Marvel film.
No, this one is, but this is like the last of like those like type of X-Men movies.
Exactly.
After this one, Kevin Feige
hear the logic though
taking over. It sounds like they're going in a different direction.
So listen, why not make it R? Why not make it rated R?
I don't know, but
they're never going to make X-Men rated R.
They made Logan rated R.
Yeah, because that was
Dark Phoenix. Like she destroys a whole fucking planet.
I think that was an art film. That's why.
It's an art film.
Yeah, they were not Dark Phoenix.
I think Phoenix could be an art film too.
I don't think that's what their goal is trying to do.
Put it this way.
Like this is every other
listen.
they've done so far.
Let me make my case real quick. Everything that surrounds that franchise, you know what I'm saying? Everything's been dark. You know what I'm saying? You have Deadpool, which is dark. Logan is dark. You have Legion that's on TV, which is dark as fuck. Why not go dark with Dark Phoenix?
I think you showed us the video earlier about like how Warner Brothers messed up and DC and all that shit by like trying to go dark because Dark Knight was dark.
But like Brandon said, they're about to go to Disney real quick,
which ain't gonna never be dark again.
It's gonna be a completely different cast. They're not gonna use that same cast.
They're just going to change the whole canon. It's just going to be a new canon.
Yeah, it's going to be a completely different canon. I expect to see some type of, like, I'm going to call this now, at the end of Avengers 4, I expect to see something that has something to do with Fantastic Four or X-Men or any of those properties that didn't have before. Or maybe Silver Surfer. Like, you know what I'm saying? I expect to see that.
Silver Surfer
I do think Galactus will be the next big bad. That's the reason why I say Silver Surfer. I think Galactus will be the next big bad.
It could be. I definitely think the Skrull are obviously going to have something to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I listen. I hope everything that you're saying about this Dark Phoenix movie is true because I listen. I'm gonna go see it without a doubt. I want it to be good. There's a lot of things from what I've seen in the trailer and what I've read that already is starting to remind me of X-Men 3, and like it's just some of the basic stuff that they fucked up in the last movie.
I don't think they're gonna do a straight I don't think they're gonna do a straight rehashing. I think it will be better.
But that's what they should be doing. That's what I'm saying. Like they're almost kind of shooting themselves in the foot with this because like in order for like
not really they have nothing to lose with this movie.
Hold on. Yes and no. I think if any of these characters or any of these actors possibly because who's to say they can't be a part of this next iteration of the X-Men? We don't really know what they're going to do yet per se. So that's why I don't think it's worth saying let's just completely throw it away out the window.
No, it's gone. No, it's gone. Like
matter.
This movie was barely this movie barely got completed. Like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
yeah, they had to do multiple
when I saw the trailer, it surprised me that the fact that they finished the movie with all the shit that they went through. That's the reason why I was saying they're probably going to swing for the fence on this one, the same way they did for Logan. Since we knew it was going to be Hugh Jackman's, we knew it was going to be Hugh Jackman's like last stand. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, they may keep it PG-13. They do need to sell toys. I get that, but like for me, I want to see it dark as can be. They can do like fucking Batman versus Superman, make a director's cut. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. I don't know. Right now, what's today's date?
You said what? Today is the 28th.
Yeah, on October 28th, I think it's trash. I hold
on. That's when the movie come out?
No, I'm just saying today's date. That's how I feel. I could change. I might. The more I see, I might change my opinion. I don't know. It just gave me a lot of bad feelings.
I like because the trailer was kind of vague. Like I like how vague the trailer was. It wasn't like the typical Marvel, which give away a lot of action. Like it kept me guessing.
Yeah,
that's the reason why
they showed enough. They definitely showed enough. I don't know. I think. Listen, is there a part of bitterness in my heart still from X-Men 3? Possibly. But listen, I lost friends over that last movie.
Over
X-Men 3.
You lost
over X-Men 3.
That was like 12 years ago, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You lost what? High school friends?
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you for thinking I'm that young. So listen. Listen. I went out. I made motherfuckers go like through obstacles for me to see that shit, and then I was so disappointed with it afterwards. I got shitted on for a while. Actually, people stopped fucking with me. So it was a different time.
No, and I think that's your problem now. You keep telling yourself this is going to be the same as the last Dark Phoenix movie.
Because it looks like exactly like
not
it.
Really.
Everything about. All right, okay, hold on. All right, you want to really do this? Okay,
no. We don't have to. No. We'll save a steady gigging.
All right.
We can say no. Right. Just let me know. We can talk about it on steady geeking.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? I just like. You know what I'm saying? I just think, like, to me, I personally, I think this is the last time we're going to see James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender as these characters. You know what I'm saying? They already got rid of Hugh Jackman and Logan. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have a proper goodbye to these guys.
I hope he comes back. Fuck saying that Logan was your last movie. Come back. You
really want Hugh Jackman still as Wolverine?
Why not? Why the fuck not?
He's old as fuck.
So they're all old.
Like
they're all old.
Like
nigga, he's not that old.
For Wolverine, like I think Logan was the proper send off. Like
it was no. I'm not saying you
can't go from Logan to anything else. Did you see Logan?
I'm not.
Go home tonight and watch Logan.
I'm not saying Logan's a great movie. I'm not saying that. And there's a part of me that that respects that ending and what it did. But I would quickly forget about Logan if Hugh Jackman showed up in it.
That would be a shot to the foot if Fox was to actually bring this motherfucker back. Like that would be a shot to the foot.
No, not Fox. I'm talking about Disney Marvel. Like, if they bring him in,
Disney is about rebranding. You saw what they did to Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They got them the fuck out of there, brought in Tom Holland for Spider-Man, and now he's the greatest Spider-Man ever.
Hold on. But with both those Spider-Mans, you had a dispute with Tobey Maguire, and that movie kind of fell apart before they even got to it. So he walked away. Andrew Garfield had a lot of shit from the fans. Hugh Jackman has been beloved consistently from the first X-Men movie up until the last one. I think there's more of a appeal for him to come back than there was, I think, at the time, or that energy wasn't the same for when they casted Andrew Garfield to replace Tobey Maguire, or when Tom Holland replaced.
It's going to be hard to replace him as a new Wolverine just because he kind of embodies Wolverine.
Yeah, it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah, so people kind of like think of Wolverine, they think of Hugh Jackman. So that's the problem. That's almost like
that was the problem with Spider. That was the thing with Spider-Man.
I don't think
for the longest, when you thought Spider-Man, you thought Tobey Maguire.
No, I didn't.
Listen, Karen, when you thought Tobey Maguire, what was his most prominent role that came to mind?
You're asking the actor. We're not asking about. We're talking about the character.
No, I'm saying you got to say Hugh Jackman became the role.
Listen,
the role became synonymized with Hugh Jackman, so we thought about him. So seeing him in other roles, we always like, yo, why is Wolverine in this movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, people always just used to seeing him play Wolverine, so we always thought of him. It's just it's the same reason with the same way people feel about Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. Yeah. It's like it's going to be hard to see somebody else play that role because they embody the character after a while. So I think you let Hugh Jackman ride it out.
Well, he did.
Listen, this happens in movies a lot. I'm telling you. Like, why do you think every time a 007 comes out, nobody gives a fuck how good that 007 is? They're not Sean Connery. Because he embodied it for so many years. So that's what's going to happen with Hugh Jackman. Just let him ride it out.
Yeah, I never thought of Sean. I think of the 007 of my era, and that was, like she said, Pierce Brosnan. And even though Daniel Craig's a pretty good 007.
Parents,
He was my dude because I'm a huge 007 fan, and that's why people always say like, "Yo, 007 they're never going to beat," because Sean Connery set the tone for that.
I'm just going off track record. I have faith in Marvel because like I said, look what they did with Spider-Man and Tom Holland. Like I think Tom Holland is.
I think Tom
Holland is the best Peter Parker.
They rebooted that movie so many times. It's like
Batman.
Infinity War. They rebooted it so many times. You could put anybody in that role.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a movie that came out before that.
That's why Batman gets away with that too. Because they reboot these things.
Multiple actors.
Yeah, they keep rebooting them so many times that people are okay with that person changing.
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about Marvel. You're talking about other studios. We're not talking about Disney and Marvel. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about Marvel
Disney has been
Studios.
consistent in who they put their characters on. Other than Spider-Man, because they never had it.
Who else is Marvel recast other than Red Skull?
Fucking what's his name?
Other than Red Skull and Don Cheadle.
About to say Don Cheadle.
Okay, but that was Terrence Howard's fault. That was not their fault. That was Terrence Howard's fault.
They asked for the bag. He seen where they were going.
Little known fact. Terrence Howard. On Iron Man 1, Terrence Howard was the highest paid actor.
He was.
He was the
highest paid actor. And he knew that it was going to go out the water, so he asked for the bag again.
What was happening.
No, he was hard to work with.
Yo,
like, nobody from the set.
Shout out to Terrance for seeing where Saving the Vision.
Like, working with Terrence Howard. That's not Disney's problem.
Yo, shout out.
That is not Disney.
Stop yelling.
Hey, Tony, man. Hey, yo, Ultron coming, man.
What's his... Yo, Brandon.
Could you imagine, like, yo, that's Thanos, man.
You're so stupid.
Brandon, what's his hey man, what's his name on Empire?
Oh, Lucius.
Lucius, Lucius had the vision, yo. He had the vision in Iron Man 1.
Yo, listen,
he knew where it was going, man.
Here, I will say this: like Marvel, whoever's behind this, Sony, whoever, like they did kind of shoot themselves in the foot if we were gonna do the recasting thing with Wolverine, because like I feel like there's nobody better to take up the mantle of Wolverine than Tom Hardy.
But exactly.
Yeah, now he's playing Venom. I think they wasted him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so then why not bring Hugh Jackman back then? Why, Paul? Why not bring him back?
Get somebody else. Fuck him.
Who else? Who else out there do you think could fill those shoes?
Give me some time.
As a fucking savage Wolverine.
Well, yeah,
Brett Kavanaugh. You seen his face today? Did you see Kavanaugh's face when he was giving his testimony yesterday? He was like,
listen,
constipated.
He's like, you're a fat.
You need somebody with obvious anger issues. You need
Kavanaugh.
You need Chris Brown.
If you don't get the confirmation, there's a place for people like you. Piece of shit.
Shit, I was gonna say Russell Crowe, but fuck that nigga because he's still
Russell Crowe. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's funny because Russell Crowe was actually casted to play Wolverine first.
He was, but he's a little old. He's not really. He's not in shape. I don't think he will stay up on his regimen.
No, it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah,
he wasn't gonna go the extra mile.
So it was another. Just because we gotta keep moving. There were some more trailers that released, outside of Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, there were. Shit.
We got Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about Captain Marvel. That was 2 weeks ago, though. But Captain Marvel, how did you feel about that?
Initially, I thought it was awesome, but I watched, they did the world premiere on Good Morning America, and I watched an interview with Brie Larson. And I don't even think she knows what the movie's about.
I don't think at this point she has to. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be too many stakes into this movie because it's just supposed to set up for the next Avengers. Where she comes in.
But it was just kind of sad because it's just like, yo, this bitch just really had they were asking her simple generic questions, and she was just like, I don't know, I don't know,
Brie Larson, she's playing Captain Marvel.
So
she's playing who?
So and that was a week. That was a weak trailer anyway.
I didn't watch it.
All it did is go through her phases.
Yeah,
it didn't even show
how. It's not going to be a strong movie. It's obviously not going to be a strong movie.
It got to be a setup, so it has to be some kind of.
What, you don't think it is, or do you?
I think it has to be.
I don't think it's going to be a strong. I think it'll be a big movie. I don't think it'll be a strong movie. You know what I'm saying? I think they're pretty much going to do what Captain Marvel and Avengers 4, like they did with Black Panther and fucking, Infinity War. Is that nobody knew Black Panther was going to take over the world. You know what I'm saying?
No, you got to introduce a good story.
No, I'm saying you can have a good story, but you got to look at it
Captain America's origin movie was good. I thought Iron Man's origin movie was good. I think you should have a strong, if this is supposed to be the start of your, the last phase,
you got to come out right.
I think it should be.
Thor is the only questionable one, but I feel like as those movies progress, they got better.
Yeah, Thor just started off slow. I don't think many people like Thor 1 and 2.
No, Thor Ragnarok saved the franchise.
It did.
That's the movie that I watched last week.
I just put Karen on the Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah, that was a good movie.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Yeah, that was the best one. I thought he had some weak ones. Obviously, they gave up on Hulk a long time ago. They're not going to do any more.
No, I told you before, there's a reason why they can't make Hulk movies. There's a reason. There's an actual reason.
Because the actor's weak. He can't carry a movie.
No, it's not about the actor. It's some studio shit. I forgot what it was. I'll look it up. But there's studio reasons why they can't make more Hulk
Universal movies. Still owns the rights to the Hulk.
Okay.
Right?
Well, that makes sense, too. But I also thought that The actor that plays,
Mark Ruffalo?
he's a weak actor as far as a lead.
I like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
He does-
not. Like, he
good.
can't carry a
He
whole
can't carry
movie.
a
I don't
movie.
think.
And I think that was the problem with
But
Thor.
that was the whole
Thor.
point. No, I think
That's why it looked. They
Edward,
were
I
good
disagree.
together.
Was
I
pretty
disagree,
good.
'cause that's
They had Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, and the first like Hulk movie of the MCU.
Exactly.
They had Edward Norton. And
I like
then
Mark
he
Ruffalo.
fucked up the bag.
I like Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner because he just seems very helpless. That's the whole point of
And
Bruce
that's not
Banner.
that's not entertaining to watch when it's just him
That's
all the
a-
time
that's
being
a hard-
fucking
that's-
helpless.
But yeah, no, I get that. This
Which is my problem with fucking Insecure.
we
Watching a fucking
But no, you're right. Like
character
the
all
Hulk,
day.
he's just like a super strong person. There's not much depth to him. I get it. You know what I'm saying? There's
the
not
Hulk
much.
works. The Hulk works better as a TV show than a movie. There's more ways you can play on those weaknesses of Bruce Banner and still build that character up. I think.
Yeah, I can see like a little Netflix series out of that. Like like a
With
mini
a-
series out of that.
With a crazy budget though.
Yeah, if I'm Netflix, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Send us the bag. I would just make a little Hulk miniseries. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's watching The Defenders. I haven't
I'm
even...
not, yeah.
Nobody... I don't even think anybody
watches any of their properties outside of the fucking movies.
Daredevil's a shit, though.
Nah, Daredevil is the shit.
Jessica
You're right.
Jones is
I
pretty
am
good.
going to watch that when it comes back out.
I heard Cloak and Dagger's pretty good.
Cloak and Dagger's dope, yeah.
I'm done
it
with
is.
all of them.
And the Runaway show is
I heard The Runaways is pretty good, too.
I did as much as I could with them. I'm done. I'm fucking done. There's a lot of them, and they're not.
Yeah, they need to just cancel
they're
Iron
just
Fist
there.
right now. Iron Fist is like the fucking...
What was the one that came on
bastard
TV again?
child, huh?
Was it Avengers? What came on TV?
Iron Fist came back. I know Iron Fist
No,
came back.
that was on like ABC.
Oh, you talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh,
Yeah,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
like it was just a bunch of shit. Like I get it. They were trying
No,
to
they was
support their
milking it, yeah.
franchise, but at the
Yeah,
same time,
that-
it just
yeah,
looks like
they-
you're doing the most and paying. You're paying for shit that you don't need. Because guess what? I know a lot of this stuff was just passion projects because the kids ain't watching it and nobody else ain't either.
The whole
Because the
MCU
numbers
is Kevin Feige's passion project. Like, the entire MCU is his passion project.
but they got to make money.
They are making
they're
money, yeah.
well, they're making money off the fucking blockbusters. But a lot of these
That's
side
where it's at,
projects
yeah,
are
because
not.
they ain't making money in comics, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Everybody's making money.
Another one. So the next big trailer.
Oh, Creed 2?
Yes.
I still haven't watched it.
Woo!
I'm
You
here
haven't
for it,
seen that shit, Paul?
obviously.
He's gonna get killed.
Hold on.
Yeah, I watched the trailer. I was like,
just
this
need to-
nigga's
hold
gonna
on.
die.
Are y'all trying to see that shit opening night? Because I'm going.
Yeah, we
probably.
can make it a family
Yeah,
event.
we can make it.
All
a
right.
family.
Family event.
I'll go. I'll go
there.
with my construction work vest, like that guy did. Just like go straight from
it's-
work straight there.
Shout out to DMX getting the fucking nod on the trailer, man.
Yeah.
I was really happy to hear his voice. Pause.
Who's the director? I know Ryan Coogler is the
Why
director.
pause?
He's producing, I think. I don't know the director.
He's a producer, but he's not. Yeah, he's not the director. I forgot who the director
Yeah.
was, and
Yo,
they got
Coogler-
and
yo,
he's
Ryan
not writing
Coogler
it
did-
either.
Ryan Coogler did Black Panther. Was like, I'm the fuck out. He was like, I'm getting the fuck out.
No, he wanted. I think he wanted to do two, but fucking, you know how Sylvester Stallone is.
Well, no,
He wanted to write it. Sylvester Stallone wanted to write this one.
Stepped away too, though. I thought.
He wanted to write this one.
Oh, really? He wrote
Yeah.
it?
He wanted to direct it, and they had to tell him no. Like,
They probably did tell him no.
you know how
But
like George, like
I think he wrote the story because that's why is the whole thing going back to fucking
To Drago.
Drago. It's like
I mean,
you gotta let
makes
it
sense.
go.
I caught glimpses of the trailer. Did they have
Hold
the
on,
actual
hold on,
Drago
hold
in
on,
it?
hold on, hold
Yes.
on, hold on. Hold on. All right, Rocky 4 is my favorite one. So this movie there's a lot at stake in this one, and I think this is a story that they needed to tell. That's my personal opinion.
I thought they did a good direction in the first one. You could have did. I would have left this one in the clip. If this shit didn't work out for 2 on Ryan Coogler's vision, I'll let him do another one. And if it didn't work out, then you know you had this one in the tuck. Because this is a story everybody could have guessed that at some point he would have to avenge his father.
Yeah.
He had to avenge his father's death. So why pull it now? I would have left this one in the clip for me.
He did in the first Creed. They did kind of leave it open that he had other like fights that he had to get through.
I think I already know how the plot's gonna go.
Yeah,
This is gonna be like
he's
this-
avenging his father's death. It's not a secret.
It's gonna tie closer. It's gonna be more like Rocky 3, where Rocky loses to when he lost to which is it, Mr. T. But I think this is gonna happen in this movie. I think Adonis he's gonna lose, pretty early to Homeboy, and he's gonna come back, and they're gonna fight. They're gonna have multiple fights.
See, I think if he loses, it's going to be at the end of the movie. I think the movie ends with him like almost like Empire Strikes Back type shit, where like the good guy loses.
Well, they can't do the same trick they did because didn't he lose in the first movie?
No, it was a draw.
He lost at the end.
Movie was a draw. The first movie was a draw. The second movie he won.
Was it?
The third movie he lost in the beginning, but then got. But he lost in 3, but then he got it back. He got it back at the end of the 3.
Came back, I think.
It was a draw in the first one.
Okay.
Or it was either a draw or like the win was like it was marginal because everybody was like, yo, we want a rematch. They were like, give him a rematch because he like pretty much fucked you up. So I guess, but I don't know. If he does lose, I think he should lose. At like the movie should end with him losing, and that's like the end of the movie. And now, if you're gonna do a third one, now he's really gotta like fucking work his way back up. He's got a family now.
Or they could just kill him. If he dies, he dies.
Oh well,
Adonis, wouldn't that be some shit?
I guess if Michael B. Jordan's done,
I can never be a writer. That's
just kill everybody.
Yeah, that'd be my day next to Machina. Just kill everybody. Nobody will see it coming.
Your movie would be Kill Bill.
Yeah,
they have a bunch of Kill Bill movies. You'd be the new Tarantino because all your movies, all your main actors would die except for like one.
Yeah, it'd be the one guy that everybody hates. It'd be the one guy to survive. Speaking of Ryan Coogler, how do we feel about Space Jam?
Space Jam? He's a producer, so he did. Basically, when you say you're a producer, you're not really doing anything.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, are we
about it as a whole?
Are we excited for it?
No.
You're not excited?
I'm not excited.
No, nobody is. They're not even excited for it.
But I'm gonna watch it.
Only because I'm a fan of the director. Only because I'm a fan of the director. I like Terrance Nance. I want to see what he can do with Bugs Bunny and LeBron James.
Yeah, they got a good.
I mean, I think it's a good group of people.
Of course, he's going to have the best. There's a reason why he went out to LA.
Will
LeBron could care less. I'll tell you this right now: LeBron don't give a shit about the Lakers. I don't think he even knows the schedule.
All the time.
I don't even think he knows his schedule.
Like this,
he is not there for them at all.
He's in LA for business.
That nigga already has a profile. I sent you the article. He did a profile for Hollywood Reporter. Yeah. He's already got an office set up on fucking on Studio Lot B. Yo, LeBron's out of here.
Right, he's just playing basketball in his spare time.
Keep getting a bag to help support his other fucking real passion projects.
I got one quick question, and then I got a dip. Are you putting R. Kelly on the soundtrack?
No.
I was gonna ask. Like I was gonna talk about R. Kelly, but I was gonna ask, will this soundtrack be better than the original soundtrack?
No. Yeah, I feel like it has to be.
I don't know, man. Like,
it could be. I mean, LeBron has potential to be. LeBron does the nod in the back of the Sprinter van, like he does with every other album. Then it's going to be okay.
I'm pretty sure they're going to do like how Black Panther did and get one artist to curate it. Who would you pick?
No, they're not going to do that. That's not what everybody does. Everybody does.
No, I think they should do that, though. I would put Drake on the short list to curate the fucking soundtrack.
No, I think you go safe and you go Pharrell. It's a kid's movie. White people are staked at this. You go Pharrell. Every time, if I'm doing a score, I'm getting Pharrell. Because Pharrell is legit.
Yeah, he's working on the Grinch, too.
Of course, because he does all DreamWorks shit. He just when he take Despicable Me, they would not leave that. They was like, "Yo, you doing all 4 of these motherfuckers?" Straight up and down, Playboy. So I'll just be safe and I'll go with somebody. If you're going to be LeBron and you feel like you got that pick, you're gonna go with. What are you doing, man? You eating the phone? He's like, I gotta go home.
He put the phone in his pocket.
No, I just got out the car. I was in the car talking to you guys.
Oh, all right.
Listen, I'll holler at you guys when I get back to that discount.
Right, be safe, nigga.
Yeah, pray for me.
You sound like you probably
I'm in Cavanaugh country.
All right, man. Be safe.
He's like, hey, boy, you're in the wrong side of town, huh? You gonna hang up Brady, get jumped?
Hey, it was great for you. Get up.
Like that Dave Chappelle, I gotta go.
He seen them roll to the window. They just wait.
They knocked on his window. It was like, yo.
He put the phone in his pocket. Hey, man, I'll talk to you in a minute.
He dimmed his lights on his phone.
I think they're here. Oh, man. No, I don't know, man. I don't think LeBron. I think he leave this one alone. First real big movie. Just be safe, man. Just get somebody else, man. Just don't fuck up. Because people are already going to compare you to Space Jam 1. Mm-hmm. They're already doing that. They're already saying it's trash just because of that. And just be safe, man. Be safe. He's doing it because it's a passion project. They've been saying he's going to do it for 3 years, so nobody's surprised.
Felt like longer than that.
Yeah, nobody's surprised. Like when he did the fucking poster of like the 3 lockers and then the people that's involved, like niggas was just like, okay.
Will it be better than Thunderstruck?
Yeah, everything would be better.
Did anybody here watch Thunderstruck?
I don't even know what that is.
No.
It's a Kevin Durant movie
like,
with him with some. Just Google
it. Was like Mike.
Just Google it. You just look at the poster. You'll laugh instantly.
It was like Mike on drugs.
Right. It's like Mike mixed with Air Bud or some shit. Like instead of a dog, you got Kevin Durant.
All top basketball players feel like they got to do a movie. I can't wait to Steph Curry shit.
I felt like a movie that was tailor-made for Steph Curry.
I feel like Steph Curry probably would. Yeah, he would actually be okay in a movie. He's like a wholesome guy.
Yeah, I would want him and his wife. Like they're charismatic.
I'm so sick of her shit, man.
I don't know anything.
No, because I am too, but I'm like sick in a good way. I'm just sick of like Paul's like how cute they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you guys
such a dark guy, man? Yeah,
like you guys aren't supposed to be this fucking cool. Stop it.
Yeah, something will come out on. Something will come out on Steph Curry soon.
Right, this is John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. I hate how perfect they are together.
So
like,
cute. Their son is so cute.
Something come out on her soon. I don't think it's gonna be John. I think it's gonna be her.
Right.
Something's gonna come out on her soon, real soon.
Well, she's a model. She probably has a drug habit.
Okay, relax.
I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it in the
No,
hunt.
you just gotta be real with yourself, Karen. You gotta.
All niggas got issues.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I look at things.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but you can't just don't say
I'm not wishing.
she probably has a drug problem. Like,
no, I didn't say that.
relax.
I didn't
He
say that.
said that.
Bro.
No, I'm sorry. I just I prepare myself for the worst realizations. Like I'm prepared for the fact that say LeBron it came out that LeBron was like an abuser or some shit like that. I don't want to put that out there, but I'm mentally prepared for the idea of that happening.
He's definitely bigger than 6'8". I'll tell you that. Because he was like bigger than half the team, and a lot of them niggas is listed at 6'9", and LeBron's like,
What? Didn't they say
Kuzma's 6'9".
Didn't they say LeBron was going to be the starting center?
He could be. He's like LeBron's 6'10". I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Because Kevin Durant's like 7 feet, and him and Kevin Durant like see eye to eye, and he keeps saying, "I'm 6'8". Nigga, you're not 6'8".
No, nigga, you are 7'11".
Yeah, exactly. And 300 pounds, niggas. I'm 250. Nah, LeBron, you are 302 pounds, nigga. You look like Shaq out there. I want to see him next to Shaq. And if he
did. They did the Sports Illustrated cover.
I gotta
years
look
ago.
at that. And I
I'll pull it up right now.
He's probably just as big as Shaq. And Shaq's 7'4".
No, Shaq. No.
Shaq is huge.
He is.
Shaq
huge.
fuck up fucking Charles Barkley yet? I can't wait to.
I'm pretty sure they threw blows like. I'm pretty sure they threw blows together.
At least 3 times. Yeah. At least
they
3
had
times
to.
a year.
We just didn't hear about it.
3 times a year they fight.
There's no way fucking Charles is calling him Big Dummy. And, you know what I'm saying?
You never went back to back. There's no way no niggas telling me that on air. Not gonna slap the shit out of him later.
Yeah, LeBron's at least 6'10".
Yeah, he's up there for fucking Shaq to be 7'4". He ain't that much smaller than fucking Shaq. No. I'll tell you that. So is that it? Karen, I was telling people that Karen DM'd me to stun on me. That's the type of life she's living. Ever since she was living her good life, she just felt like, she just felt like she could just fuck with niggas all the time. I can imagine who else she's cyberbullying. Because that's a form of cyberbullying. That's how I felt.
Really nice.
I was like, I was at work, and she was like, I just want to let you know, nigga. Now I'm out here doing it. And that's what it basically was. All right, that's
all
how you
I did
feel.
Was ask you if you purchased an item.
You know I purchased it.
Oh, no, I asked you if you got it already.
You actually received it because you just wanted to say that you got yours. That's all. Like, basically. I'm not stupid, and you just wanted to stun on me.
Damn, you acted cool on him?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely went the cool, I'm the cool guy mode.
You did the cool guy? Oh, man, Karen.
That's a nasty, shout out to Joe Budden. That's a nasty award.
You hit him with the indexed it? You asked him if he indexed it?
Definitely needs a nasty award for that.
You trying to stun on with your APIs? Damn. I didn't know that's where we was at with it, yo.
I was like, all right, I see you, my nigga. I see you, my nigga. Okay.
Call me when you get home. Okay.
Listen, man. I am not. I'm washed ass. So none of that shit like a phase. I was like, hey, I expect you to do better. You doing you for you. I got fucking mouths to feed. Like, legit. Legit. Like, niggas don't eat. unless I do some other shit. So,
but you still getting the newest shit. So.
Listen, don't worry about what I'm doing.
I'm not worried.
Feeding fucking people.
I'm not worried.
Like I don't get why people do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than like I don't know. Me by nature, I'm a patient person. You know what I'm saying? People come to me like, yo, how come you ain't got such and such? Why you ain't get the? I say it doesn't matter because I know I'm gonna get it eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, what difference is it gonna make if I get it now or if I get it 7 years from now? You know what I'm saying? That's
7
just me.
years.
There's things I'm waiting for that's been in the works. And like once I get it, nothing niggas say to me is gonna ever matter.
You
like,
sound like someone else that I know.
Is that a good thing?
Definitely rolled her eyes. Definitely rolled her eyes. Like
no, I'm saying like me personally.
You don't like when people ask you like why you don't have certain things, or try to like impose their opinions on certain.
No, not like this. All right, I might talk about what I want. And people might be like, oh, you ain't never gonna get that. Or why you want that? Or, yo, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got it yet. I've been like, so fucking what? When I get it, I'm gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? What difference does it make? You know what I'm saying? I'm not moving on your time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it when I get it. That's how I look at things.
Okay, what was your reason for saying that?
We'll talk offline.
Man, see, look.
We'll talk offline.
Karen's out here stunting on people.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm really not.
You saying that?
Myself.
You ain't living like me.
I'm just saying in general, for on-air purposes, in general, like, you know what I'm saying? If I know something's coming to me, I don't mind waiting for it.
Yeah.
That's shit how, I mean, legit, that's just how shit should be.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get something nice, cool, that's good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good things come to those
I don't
who
like. I generally, by nature, I don't get jealous of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get jealous.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get jealous for something that I can't get myself. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really get the case of FOMO sometimes, but I'll admit it if I do. But for
FOMO,
most part, I don't really.
Are you talking about like material things or
Just
anything?
anything,
No, in
anything,
general. You know what I'm saying?
anything. Like I don't like how people move. It don't bother me.
Right, and
I think
I actually had this conversation with someone recently, and they said that they think that jealousy is a woman's trait.
It is,
and men should
but
never feel
that's
jealous.
That's a rap lyric. So whoever said that was definitely that's where they got that from.
Said that.
Yeah, but it is. a female
he
trait.
did say
It is a female
he
trait.
said he was quoting Hope.
But dudes do it too.
But I think that as a whole, you shouldn't be jealous of other people. If anything, if you see somebody having something that you want or that you feel that you should have, that should push you.
Yeah, that's exactly
get it.
Yeah, that's
like it should be a motivator, I think, of more than just being jealous and hating on the person.
Mm-hmm. Like one thing that bothers me, excuse me, is when somebody look at somebody say like, oh, you just got a brand new car. But you would have that one person that go, oh, well, he only got a brand new car because she does because she lives in such and such, and she does. All that shit is bullshit to me.
I don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? Get what you
That's
want
why
to
I
get.
don't worry
You know
about
what I'm saying?
other
Like,
people's shit.
yeah,
Because you don't know nobody else's
pathetic.
circumstances and how they
pathetic.
moving. So I don't worry about like why people got shit and what they doing. Like if they got it and they happy, that's what I fuck with.
Yeah.
So that's a part of jealousy too. Like people that rationalize why other people are able to do things or buy things, because it doesn't have to be material things or just how they live in, or either they put the work in or that's just their life. You know what I'm saying? It's not your life to live. If it was, then you'd be living it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about that shit, because there's always going to be, like, if you start doing that. So my thing is, like, what they say, keeping up with the Joneses. I feel like you will never reach that
Nothing
peak
will get
because
done.
the levels change. Yeah. So you be like, yo, you see how other people are moving, and you be like, oh, I gotta move the same because this is how these people are moving. I'm rolling with them. So you start moving that way, and you find out a lot of the shit they doing is corny. So you start following something because you're always going to chase the Joneses. So you should never just follow somebody else's ways. So that's why I never really got into that, and that's why I guess people kind of gravitate towards how I do things, because they see, like, I'm not really trying to chase nobody's wave. I'm doing me. And it makes them feel like, all right, I can do me too. Because it's like, you doing you, I'm doing, and we could collaborate on that. But I'm not trying to, like, that's too much. That's too much shit. Like, you spend too much time. People worry about what other people do all the time. And they be like, yo, you seen such and such. Not really. Like, I see that they're doing it, and I'm cool with it. Like, yo, you see such, I'd be happy. I'd be like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something that I'd be like, yo, I was thought about doing the same thing, and I'll admit it, but it's not like on some, like, oh, I see how they doing it. Like the nigga that's eating a banana and belly and shit like that. All right, I see you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, I just don't have enough room on my plate to worry about what other niggas got going on and to try and accomplish what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you just won't get anything done. You know what I'm saying? I focus on myself. I told you a while back, too. Like, once I got my own place, that took care of half of my life goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few other things I can attain, you know what I'm saying? But I can attain it myself. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. If I can't do for myself, if there's something that I want and I can't figure out a way to get it myself, I shouldn't have it. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Generally, that's how the American dream got fucked up. It became from trying to be able to take care of your family and, do a vacation or two or whatever the fuck you want to do to try to up
now niggas just trying to look cute.
Yeah, everybody's trying to stunt for the Instagram or whatever the fuck they're stunting for and try to up the ante all the time and stunt on their people. So I thought that's what really like fucked up America was just like the visibility of everything everybody else is doing. Everybody's trying to constantly up their game, and it's just like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, no, none of you niggas ain't doing shit. Half this shit be smoking mirrors anyway.
Yep.
That's what it is. Like, everybody out.
The only people you impressed with that shit is people who can't think for themselves. You know what I'm saying? People who don't know how to get that shit themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who can't do for themselves. That's the only people you're impressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not going to last too much. That's not going to last too long. You know what I'm saying? Because once they figure shit out for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck else you going to impress?
Those people are never happy. People that chase Joneses and all that, they're never fucking happy.
Never.
So, what? Speaking of Instagram and likes and all that, what do you think about that man saying that they
Kanye?
should take off?
He's right.
He's right.
I'm right. People chase that all the time. I've seen it.
Joe Budden said there should be an option. I agree with the option, but yeah, he's right. Like that'll cause a
100%.
Take an option of
100% of everything.
Taking an option of taking off the likes and comments, or just taking off the likes.
Yeah, taking off the likes.
Leave the comments. The comments should be optional. What they are now.
You could disable them.
You could disable them, but I agree with the likes.
Yeah, me too. It makes perfect sense.
What the fuck you need the likes for? What is it really doing? I think we said this months ago. Kanye probably listens. Because I said that months ago. Like, what is it? It's self...
gratification.
Yeah, it's basically that's what it is. What is it really? What is it really? People get like, they're checking it to make sure they even... I'm not even lying because I've heard this conversation. And you probably know it's true. People know the people that like their shit. Mm-hmm. They know. They'll go through it and if a certain person didn't like it. And I thought that wasn't a thing, but I know so many people that have told me, like, yo, that's a thing. And people have brought that up in conversation. And that shit is weird to me. I don't give
what do you mean going to someone?
So you post a picture.
And I'll be like, yo, why didn't you like my shit?
You ain't going to say it, but you know who liked your picture or not.
Oh.
And I had people legit admit to me that they was like, oh, yeah, I know who likes my picture and who not. And, like, they're phony. It's like, yo, that's...
Put it in your, like, mental Rolodex type of thing.
I didn't know that was a thing. There's a lot of times I don't like pictures because I just don't see them. Like, the way the timeline set up, I just don't see them. If I see them later, I'll go back and like them. Sometimes I just don't like them. Sometimes I may not fucking like the picture. How about that? How about that shit?
You ain't gonna like.
So you're saying
like
people are looking at who is liking their pictures and then getting mad because other people,
I wouldn't say
because they're
mad,
not liking,
but they're aware of it.
Being consciously aware.
It's weird. Turn that shit off.
I mean, I know who likes my pictures and stuff, but I don't really.
I'm with Kanye. Turn that shit off.
I wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter to me.
Yeah, just post your pictures. Live your life.
People get upset about the pettiest shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not gonna retweet my shit? All right, bet. I see how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how niggas get down.
I see how you move it. I see how you move it.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never asked
nobody.
How
a relationship go down. You know what I'm talking about because of some shit just like that.
I was told the same thing, but I never asked nobody, like, especially about the show, I never asked nobody to post this shit ever. Not even, like, I don't even say, yo, Paul, you see me, like, we just posted a new episode. Have I ever texted anybody? I don't even tell niggas when they posted.
I'm gonna come clean. Shout out to PAZ because ever since we hooked up with them, they post this shit every week, so I don't have to, and I feel grateful for that.
I'll put it up there once, and that's it. Like, I don't ask people to do it. If you do it, you do it out of love. You do it out of friendship or whatever. Like, I'm just not, that's not me. And I don't hold that to anybody else's standard. Like, I get it. Like, social media, people move however they want. But as far as, like, what you said about Kanye, I personally agree with him. I think, cool.
It makes
get rid of it.
Perfect sense.
No,
get rid of the numbers and everything. Like, I've been looking at,
like, the younger generation are getting too wrapped up in the whole.
I'll admit
a lot of people are using that for, like, clout and to, like, leverage themselves.
Clout chasing.
Yeah, people like to use the likes and stuff to leverage themselves. I get that aspect if you get mad at that. If that's how you're living.
I think there's a lot of it's just self-gratification. I think it just makes you feel a little bit better about yourself knowing that. And there's something to it. They know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people that put out these apps, they know all that shit. That's why it's there. They know people look at it and they'll post more knowing that they'll get more likes. Mm-hmm. They'll do more hashtags knowing if they do this, that, the third. So I get some of that. I'll admit to this because the last couple weeks, just because of the beef between Cardi and fucking Nicki, and you can see that they're doing post for post type shit. Mm-hmm. And I've been looking at their likes, and I'll tell you this shit. Fucking Nicki has like 3 times as many followers. Yeah. Cardi gets double of fucking likes on everything. It's not even like she's getting double to triple amount of the likes on all her pictures. Like, people are fed up with Nicki. It's clear. It's just clear. And I've been following for like the last couple weeks. Like, yo, nobody's fucking with Nicki. Like, I noticed that. Nobody's fucking with Nicki. I told you the energy was off. I told you. You know when the tides change, you could feel it. I think the people are rolling with Cardi for some reason.
The tide is changing.
They feel her because people attached to people they feel like they can... They relate to, and there's some realness to Cardi. They didn't give a shit about that fight. It's a realness to her that.
Oh yeah, they did.
Nicki is
Rihanna fake. Made sure she didn't invite any
way
of them.
Who gives a shit? But is that stopping her money?
No, listen, it's not going to stop her money.
Anything.
It's not going to stop her money. But
she went number 1.
You said what? You said something about Rihanna?
Yeah, Rihanna.
She didn't invite either of them.
And that's a Joe Budden thing. So I'm not going with what Joe Budden said because it seemed like he wasn't sure about that.
Joe Budden thing. That's what I came to that conclusion. That's what it sounds. Completely logical.
Well, the way he said it just seemed like weird too, and I was just like, "You're not too sure about that."
No, I think that's exactly what.
And
happened.
She don't even be in town like that. She don't even live in New York.
Because wasn't Cardi was at the last she was at last year's ball.
Yeah. So why would you invite both of them? And you know there's some issues.
Because
why would you do it?
Rihanna, isn't she good friends with? Not good. I don't know if she's good friends with Nicki, but she's cool with Nicki, right?
Why? I don't know. I don't think so.
Really.
I don't think Rihanna stands none of them.
I think Rihanna was like, I don't want the bullshit.
I think and I can see that. I can see like something just happened with you.
Something else.
Something just happened with you. I'm gonna leave you out of this because you're hot right now. I can see that, and that could be legit. But as far as like the energy, they ain't stopped nothing.
No, I knew it.
Ain't stopped nothing.
I didn't say it was gonna stop. I didn't say it was
number 1.
I knew it was gonna stop nothing. I knew it wasn't going to stop him, but I still don't think people are like completely done with Nicki. Like, Nicki's still putting up numbers. She's still putting up numbers.
I mean, she still has her little bar.
She's a superstar,
that's the shit I was arguing with people, especially like Tipsy Socialite. Shout out to him. But yeah, I was trying to argue, like Nicki, she's not over. Yes, the tide has changed, but Nicki's still.
The tide has changed, and when that tide changed, it's hard to get it back.
Well, I don't think she'll get it back, but she's still going to be a star.
Nobody said she's not going to be a star.
Yeah, but
a lot of people are trying to say that though. Like because people count every single fucking metric and shit. Like, oh my god, look what Cardi did.
Look but look at you. That's what you do. No, you come up here every week and you tell us about the metric.
Right, but people try to act like
switch it when.
No, listen, but people try to act like Nicki still ain't putting up numbers. She still has like a top 10 song in the country right now.
But she ain't putting up Cardi's numbers.
Fifi, what on Tekashi?
I don't know what that is.
But she ain't got the number 1 song.
It's not the number 1. It's still a big song. But who's
the number 1 song?
It's still a big song.
But who has the number 1 song?
Cardi. It's not her
song. There we go.
It's not her song, though.
But so is neither
She's on it.
Okay, but still.
You're not making your point.
Shut up. The point I'm making is that Nicki is still putting up numbers. It's not number 1, but it's still pretty big, though.
Nobody said the title
y'all not saying that, but people are trying to say that.
People?
Tipsy Social.
Okay, but
we've been calling him out for weeks.
Do you know what kind of person he is?
I know. I'm just saying.
When he doesn't like somebody, he will kill them off.
Right, but he's not the only one. I actually go in the comments. I reply to people. You know what I'm saying? I talk to people on Ball Alert. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
this is how people are thinking.
But you know what? I don't really care.
Yeah, of course.
Glad we got to this conclusion.
Yeah, we didn't really get anywhere with that.
So, are we excited for Kanye on SNL?
No. I'll watch it. I don't even think I'm gonna watch it live.
I did think I'm glad we cleared that up because I thought like he bumped Travis, but I did think it was a weird pairing of him and Adam Driver. Not like Adam Driver, but like it makes
Adam Driver's cool.
Yeah.
He makes sense.
No, I'm saying,
Kanye didn't make sense.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the pairing of him and Kanye. And now it came to find out that it was Ariana Grande who was originally supposed to.
So we're gonna stick to our theory that Kanye's in the middle.
She was supposed to open her, be the opener.
Lauren Michaels,
host or
the host,
musical?
No, the musical guest. Excuse me.
Okay.
But then she says something about emotions, but I think that's like a PR statement move.
No, she got bumped.
Yeah, I think Kanye called and they bumped it. Like that time he went on Jimmy Kimmel, they bumped the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah. Kanye he flexes his muscles every now and then. I think he's a bigger draw than Ariana. Maybe in some, and like I don't think in like numbers. Realms. I think they're definitely in 2 different circles. And I think she would have drew some numbers, but he's more, like he has some.
He's
shit
controversial.
Going on.
Yeah, shit's going down right now, so it makes sense. Blah,
it doesn't
blah.
make sense, but Lauren Michaels was like, okay.
No, he's probably like, yeah, this is gonna get people to watch.
And he's smart, and he probably did get sold him on like, yo, I'm crazy right now.
No, that was easy.
And he probably like,
I would have, I would have bumped my mom.
So yeah, I think Adam Driver's gonna be funny.
Yeah, Adam Driver's cool.
I like Adam Driver.
I fuck with him.
Yeah, I like him too.
Kylo Ren, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Girls,
still
everything. He's
and he was
out
in Black Klansman.
back in
Oh yeah,
KKK's
he
back
was in
scheme. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing, so he makes sense. Kanye, I guess, kind of makes sense, but then again, it's Kanye. So.
Not for me. I mean,
he
I
got some
probably
new
won't
music.
watch his performance.
Oh yeah, the C5 drop. Brockhampton dropped. They
It's
had
too
a pretty,
early for us to talk about it. It dropped today, first listen. I thought it was solid, so I haven't really I like to sit on stuff for like a little while, and then I'll go 2 days without listening to it at all, and then I'll go back, and then that's when I get my.
You're
grip.
definitely not me. I will
Well,
listen
Paul's
to it.
gonna
I will
tell you
listen
exactly
to it
that
once
it's gonna be
and give a
the
definitive
most
statement on it.
classic
You already did
album
earlier.
ever.
You did already.
No, I said I like it. I didn't give a definitive statement. I still didn't finish the album. Like I'm probably gonna finish it on the way home. But yeah, there was a lot of good music. Brockhampton dropped. They're about to have the #1 album. Shouts to them. Fucking No Name dropped too. Like
Logic drop.
Logic dropped too. I didn't get around to Logic.
Beatles dropped some weird shit.
Ebro was trying to ask, is this the best year for hip hop? I doubt it.
A lot of people have said that.
I think last year was a better year.
We've said that too.
I think last year was a better year.
This is a good year.
This was still a pretty great year.
No, it's a good. I
Like,
think it's one of the best years.
2015
you got,
to now was pretty
You got
great.
Drake, J. Cole,
When did Lemonade
Kanye.
come
You
out?
get 2 Kanyes.
2016.
You said
got-
what?
Lemonade came out 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got 2 Kanyes. You got a Drake. You got a
Pusha.
Nas, Pusher. This might be the best.
Drake. Oh, you said Drake?
I said Drake.
J. Cole.
I said J. Cole.
Okay, you
You got a Black Panther
Oh,
soundtrack
yeah.
that was by
I was listening to that,
TDE.
like, I'm so glad.
You got Travis Scott. You got
Eminem.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. Eminem. This is probably the best.
Probably the most.
It's
Maybe the most
Nicki,
loaded.
Cardi B. If you want to name new artists, you got you got an
Cardi.
XX
I'm going up-
Tentacion.
Yeah,
you got who had a solid album. You had a Mac Miller, R&P Mac Miller.
And Travis.
You had Travis. You had a Wiz Khalifa.
YG.
He got overlooked. You got YG. You got Nipsey Hussle. Had a
Internet
probably
dropped this year too.
Nipsey Hussle probably still has one of the best albums of the year. He's top 3. You had J Rock. This is probably the best.
Ray Shremmer.
No,
Ray Shremmer.
I still think the music last year was better than this year. Like this year's music was still pretty good.
They were top heavy.
I think
but this one's consistent throughout the year. It was top heavy at moments last year.
J Rock.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry.
This is the
I'm
best
just
year.
going through my
I still
thing.
think 2011 was the best year in
You
music
just
of the
saying
decade.
shit, man. You just said last year, nigga.
No, I said last year was pretty good. I still think
Listen,
the best year
the
in music
best
for
year
this
in
decade
hip-hop,
was 2011.
I'm going to
What
take
came out in
Ebro's.
2011?
I'm gonna take
We got
Ebro's.
Watch the Throne. We got ASAP came out.
I bet you
we got the
name,
weekend.
like,
We got the Weeknd and Frank Ocean that year. We got Odd Future that year. We got I said the Throne, right?
the Frank Ocean was that
Beyonce
wasn't
dropped
even
that year.
that wasn't Channel Orange though. That was the nostalgia, right? That
Still
was
though, the
Weekend was the
Frank
mixtape
Ocean.
too.
The
It
Weeknd
was
and
the
Frank
introduction of them.
Ocean. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the introduction of Odd Future and the introduction of ASAP. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of motherfuckers to come out of
You
2011.
talking about introduction?
Kendrick
That's why
Kendrick
I
dropped
said that.
Kendrick
It was all-
dropped Section 80 in 2011. Drake dropped Take Care in 2011. We got the Carter 4 in 2011. Yo, we got a lot of shit in 2011.
Why are we talking about 2001?
I don't know.
No, because we were
This is
talking
one of
about.
the
I
best
said
years in
literally
hip-hop.
7
I was
years
saying
ago.
the best year of the decade to me was 2011.
Okay, cool.
We say that when the decade's
I don't know.
over.
There's just a lot of innovation to come out of 2011.
I feel like you're just trying to win an argument.
I think he
so
just
you just
likes
threw it
how
out
you
there.
know
You know
That
me
fucking-
so well. Oh my
The decade's not over yet. I mean, I'm not saying that 2011 is not the best album. I'll tell you that. I'll say it's not. Like, you do have some merit to your argument. We're talking about this year versus last year. I think this year is a
I didn't
lot
know we were
more
talking about this year versus
consistent.
last. I thought we were just talking
Yeah,
about
why
great
would we
years.
fucking say
I thought
about
listen, we're on two different pages. I thought we were just
Yeah,
talking
you are
about
always on a
good
different
years.
page.
This is
And
a
I was
solid
saying, like,
year. This is
2011
going
to me
down.
was a solid year.
Well, okay, that goes in history, and so does 2018. I think when it's all said and done, 2018 goes down in history.
No, it does.
Because you had your top-heavy classic hip-hop royalty. Then you had the mixture of new blood. Then you have the new up-and-coming stars
Oh, did
who are
you say
solidifying themselves as...
We don't want to talk about that album.
Yeah.
Cobb shot the kid. Cobb shot the kid.
And that guy. But that's what I'm saying.
Shot the
You
kid.
had, like, hip-hop royalty release albums this year. You had the consistent, people drop their albums. You had the return of Wayne. You had... Then you had the up-and-coming superstars really solidify, like, this is why they're the new up-and-coming superstars.
Right.
And that's
like 3 Kanye albums. Shit. We got the Cudi.
I'm not talking about
Cudi,
that. Yeah,
Ye,
that too.
and then
But I'm talking about like
Yandi.
J. Cole and Kendrick doing their and just basically doing their victory lap. But like, all right, this is why this is we're the new fucking future because it's us and Drake.
And no chance.
You may have a chance.
There
is a chance. No chance. Damn, we should have the soundboard. No chance
right,
in hell.
All right, can I ask this though?
We gotta wrap it up right here.
All right. What do you think is the better period? 94 to 2000, 2015 to now.
94 to
94 to 2000.
You think that's a better time,
Yeah.
better period in music or?
Yeah, just off the top of my
Music,
head, but I'm
yeah.
not going to tell you why because that's too much of an argument.
Okay.
But yes, that's a way better music
Yeah.
to me. Because
Okay.
I
Same.
listen to a lot of that right now.
I do
That's
too.
why.
Okay.
Karen, before we leave, tell us why you like Insecure.
Don't worry, I got you back. I still
Black
like
people.
No, that's not a legit.
I know, I was just kidding. I was
we
just
just
kidding.
had
I
this
was
whole
just
conversation
kidding.
about Bill Cosby.
You could have
and shit.
left.
I was
You
just
could have left
kidding.
right after saying that.
You could have just like, listen, I'm going to. I know we said this at the beginning
That
of the
was a
show,
mic drop.
but fuck y'all.
That was a mic drop moment.
Yeah,
Black
we should've.
people. I still like the
I'm
show.
rooting for everybody.
It
Black.
is a good show overall. I think there's
Overall, I mean, this season hasn't been that amazing.
It's way better than last season.
You think so?
Yes. Last season, nothing really happened.
We'll get
I'm
into
just
this.
really
actually.
mad
Wait,
that the season's so short.
So okay, let's not like we'll dive in it next week. Fuck
Okay,
it.
yeah.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna like get into it.
Let's
'cause-
come back next week.
All right. What do you've been coming pretty more
I
consistent.
have been.
Just to stun on
I'm
us.
just
I think
waiting
that's
on my
what it is.
check, though.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. You waiting on your nigga? You gotta pay us.
You were intern.
You gotta get our card before you hit stop. You know what I'm saying? Let's just remind the people one more time that yes, William Shabazz Cosby is in jail. The day has finally come. Shouts to that nigga. All right, you can cut it off now.
This is not up for debate.